Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. All right.
Cool.
Welcome to this podcast is Uncalled For.
What's uncalled for about it?
Well, you can't tell anybody this.
Oh my God, what are you doing? I worship Cthulhu just for the free beer.
Eggs are cheap and so are pancakes.
But you didn't even give a chance for a wild card spot.
What are we doing, Tijuana?
And he's like, what did you just say?
Yeah.
The exact sound I make when I'm...
That is uncalled for, Michael.
Well, the name of this podcast is Stuff Uncalled For?
This podcast is uncalled for.
Podcast, all right.
Yeah, that was the most ridiculous ending to that game that I've ever seen.
Oh my gosh, I gotta hurry up. Oh my gosh, I gotta hurry up. Oh my gosh, I gotta hurry up.
We're looking at each other in the eye. We're not going to say anything derogatory to the other person. And of course, neither of us is drunk.
So I don't hear Pope Francis saying that he's a prophet, seer, and revelator.
What planet are these people on?
Thank you back from.
See, this is a disgrace.
How'd that happen?
And it's got Chick-fil-A.
Don't think. I don't allow you to think.
Hey, we're getting somewhere.
And now, your host for this podcast, Mike Chernevsky.
Fuji!
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. And please welcome our guest today, Mr. Jeffrey Johnson.
Hello. Good to see you again. It's been a
yeah.
while.
All right. So let's start with how I met you in the first place. As anyone who listens to the podcast or is familiar with my material knows, I'm a filmmaker and videographer, and Jeffrey actually hired me to help him out with some music video stuff. All right.
Yeah, it was. I know back at the time, I didn't have the most money, but me and my group of people, we used every resource that we had, and really it was happenstance that we found you,
Mhm.
and you helped us out, but you became like part of the family. You you had sat down, ate a couple hot dogs with us. It was some good times back then. What was that, about maybe 4 years ago?
It was 5 years ago. It was 2016.
It was a while ago.
It was a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess it wouldn't be a big shocker to point out that you were at the Army at the time and stationed at Fort Leavenworth. Okay. Now we're good. All right. So yeah, at the time, I believe you were stationed at Fort Leavenworth. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Since then, I've moved. I was stationed at Redstone Arsenal in Alabama. I've gotten out. I actually just got out in April.
Oh.
So just enjoying life outside of the army.
All right, so civilian life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Are you still doing rap and music? And
Barely. I mean, I'm always gonna appreciate music, but I don't do it as much anymore. I did tell myself I was gonna get back to it. But I had decided to stop at the time for personal reasons. But it is a lot that I learned doing music and getting projects together and coordinating all this different stuff that I still use because I do marketing right now. Photography. I do some videography myself, but it's all for marketing and consulting. So I took, I don't focus on music as much, but I do take a lot of the lessons that I learned on that chase.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah. I seem to remember one of the projects you had me to, well, the first one, you had me just take some shots of a party you were hosting, and then you would practice your editing with those shots and everything. And then the big one that we did was that music video. Yeah, at that in that back room. I actually had Rick Daniels on the podcasts earlier. He says hi. Yeah.
Okay, I hope everything is going well with him.
Yeah, and
pretty cool.
And
I still got a picture of all of us.
Yeah, and I recently drove through Leavenworth and I passed that venue. It's now one of those self-storage spaces. So the bar that was there is no longer there.
Okay. Dang. I gotta reach out to the owner. I knew the owner of that bar. He was a good guy. He was former military as well.
Mm-hmm.
But that's pretty cool. Yeah, we had a lot of good times. I know the first job, I had told you I was going to hire you again. I wish I kind of, I know if I would have kept going with music, we would have worked a lot more. But the first job, it was fun. It was just,
Yeah, it was
we
fun.
were just having a good time.
That's what it felt like more to me as well. That just had a good time with some of your Army buddies and all that, and yeah, good times. And if I recall correctly, yeah, you had the little studio you built into your basement there, and pretty nice. Yeah, good times.
And that was like, I know that was the little studio, that was my baby. Because I couldn't afford to just, go to professional studios as much as I wanted to work. I went to a couple places. I went to Red Cut in Wichita, and I went. It was a real nice studio I went to in Kansas City. I just don't remember the name of it, but I would work on music probably like every day, like countless hours. But so I needed somewhere that I could, could work and work often. And I used to, a lot of times, I don't know if you remember, it was like a wooden, I had a futon mattress on it, but I actually built it. But I used to just sleep down there a lot. Like be working on music, fall asleep, wake up. It was crazy. It was fun though.
Yeah. Even TV studios, the control rooms are kind of set up like that with a couch and everything. So if people want to sleep, they can't. Yeah. Good deal. So you're you're not in the KC area anymore, are you? So,
No, I'm out here in Huntsville, Alabama. I'm actually about to so I bought a little commercial property in Sheffield, Alabama. Oh man, it was going well, but a young lady accidentally rode through the front of the building. So right now it's down for renovations, but I'm looking for a house out there because I stay about an hour away. I'm looking for a house out there so I can go and spend the time in there that it deserves. Get that together, and hopefully we'll be franchising soon.
cool. Yeah.
Got a little work to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I'm out here in Alabama though. I plan on coming to Kansas City sometime soon.
I look forward to seeing you.
I plan on making a trip out there real soon.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me know when that.
Yeah.
Because that'd be cool.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
So I like seeing your the videos that you do where you give your opinion on different issues. I had tuned in for a few of them.
You're talking about the political videos I've been doing lately. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, that stuff is important though.
Well, until Tuesday, I was given it another go for the Overland Park City Council, and yeah, wound up not doing so well, but that's okay. That's okay because I got backup plans. Plus, I'm pretty happy with what I'm doing, in terms of video and doing the podcasts. And since I'm done with you today, I'll be going to the chess club to do some work there, and of course doing deliveries too. So yeah. So I'm pretty busy as it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Seem like you always have been. But yeah, I wish you would have won. I like a lot of stances that you take politically. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I wish I would have won one of those races too, but I'll just without getting too conspiratorial, I think the wrong people are in power, personally. Yeah, and it's a subject I've talked about on this podcast before.
Yeah, that
Coincidentally, the guy I was trying to oust from the city council with the same guy that primaried me in 16. So yeah.
Wow.
Yep. So without getting into too much detail, he loses in the general that year, and then the very next year he decides, oh, I'm going to run for city council, and somehow got elected, and he's managed to upset quite a few people, including the two siblings that I happen to live with. So what happened was next to my house there used to be an empty field and everything.
Oh, really?
Which a couple of years ago a developer bought and decided, oh, I'm going to put houses there. Much to the chagrin of not just my siblings, but my entire neighborhood. So we petitioned the city council as a neighbor. We signed a petition and everything, and that petition was ignored. And And I actually went in. I actually filed to run at the very last minute, because I wanted to make sure that he did not just skate through without a challenge or anything. I file last second, and then the very next day I find out there is a primary because 2 other people decided to run against him. And what's even more interesting is that one of those 2 people, we wound up in a candidates coalition, all up centered around let's just do the right things for Overland Park and everything. And one of them is to actually listen to the people. Mhm. Unfortunately, he did wind up advancing to the primary, to the general, so I will be supporting him. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I don't mean to cut it too short, but I think we'll talk for another few minutes before I have to get ready to go to the chess job. So let's talk about so all the skills you mentioned, being working in music and everything, and working on your led you down the marketing path. It sounded like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And how's that go?
Repeat.
How's marketing going for you?
Oh no, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going pretty good. It's crazy how I know you mentioned the skills, but it's crazy how so many things that's happened in life or that are pursued in life, kind of funneled into that area. Like I said, I drew a lot of things from music. I drew some things from the army. Drew some things from church. Drew some things from of course, school. It was kind of crazy how everything came together though. But it's going pretty well. I'm actually working with so it's kind of marketing, public relations consultant. I think I do more consulting than anything, but I'm working with a speaker right now. I'm working with the church, working with the had a couple clothing brands that I helped out. Actually still work with one. Working with, I know it's a fashion, some stylists. Helped them put on the event, their fashion show, and it was an amazing event. Yeah, it was a really great event. As a matter of fact, anybody's listening, look up Unique Styles. Unique Styles annual fashion show. It was a pretty good event. They're going to have more events. It's been pretty good. A lot of success. Now it's just time to build on that. I know, kind of don't know exactly where things are going to go with COVID. We were in recovery for a minute. Now we're kind of back at a little weird point, but hopefully we keep, pulling together, making it happen. Keep overcoming and are able to enjoy each other still. But regardless of what happened, we keep pushing on.
That's right. That's funny you mentioned the fashion shows, because about the same time, actually it's a year before you hired me. I was hired by a model to do the West 18th Street Fashion Show here in Kansas City.
Mhm.
And I remember that was a pretty bizarre day too, because part of that day I was helping a friend move, and it's going pretty well right along. Basically moving from the River Market out to South OP, which is quite a drive.
Wow.
Not as
Yeah.
big a drive, not as big a drive as North OP to Leavenworth, but still quite a drive. And then getting to a point, I have to duck and go back up to the crossroads to shoot the behind the scenes with this particular model and getting ready for her fashion show, and then shooting her doing the actual fashion show, which was at the downtown library. They had the catwalk all set up and everything, and yeah, fun times.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I know one of the first one of the first collaborations out there was it was a fashion show with what was her name? I forgot what her name was, but she allowed me to come and get clips from her fashion show and use them in a music project that I had. It was yeah, I actually like the Kansas City fashion scene. I think it's kind of underrated. I don't know how often, I don't know how things are going now, but when I was there,
I think that was an
I thought it
annual.
underrated.
I think that was an annual event actually. That was my only time actually shooting it, but yeah, I think that one was annual, and yeah, we will see what all comes back and everything. So
Yeah, it's almost a reset on things. And you know what? Actually, the show that I helped them put on, that was actually the second show. The first show was in 2019 and we were scheduled to have another show in 2020. This one should have been a third one, but of course, COVID had to shut everything down. So this ended up being the second one, but it almost felt like the first one because of the gap.
right.
But it was both shows were great. But yeah, so many more projects. I mean, it's I'm still in school, so I haven't built all of my social media like I want to, all of my I haven't done the websites like I want to. But I haven't needed it yet. I'm gonna get it together, and
All right.
eventually I have a catalog of all the work that I've done. But it's been fun. I really love marketing. I really love helping figure out how to advance businesses and people and projects and all that stuff. It's great.
Cool. And may I ask where you're going to school?
I'm at Columbia College right now. I am pursuing my master's.
Awesome.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean that's just what it is. The Army paying for it, so they're paying me to go to school. So, well, not the Army, the VA. So yeah, it's a no-brainer. So I'm in there furthering my education. Get paid to do it. Can't really beat it for real.
That's right. Cool. Well, like I said, I unfortunately have to get ready to go to work, but so I'm going to end the podcast portion now. But hey, it's great having you on the podcast, and keep up the good work.
I appreciate it. It was good talking to you.
Yeah.
Deep inside my mind's eye, I see happy faces, and when I look around, I'm seeing different places. Makes me wonder. Makes me wonder.
This podcast is Uncalled For is hosted, produced and edited by Mike Chernevsky. Opening music is Fantasia by Kevin MacLeod at Incompetech.com, licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 4.0 license. The outro music for this episode is Just Another Day by R Frequency, licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial No Derivatives 4.0 International License. Additional music includes No Frills Salsa Alternate by Kevin MacLeod at Incompetech.com, licensed under a Creative Commons by Attribution 4.0 license. Please like, share, and subscribe to the podcast through your favorite podcasting platform. Like our Facebook page at facebook.com/uncalledforpodcast, and check out our blog with show notes at uncalledfor.home.blog. Thank you so much for listening. We will see you next time.